Achieng Onyango. I am a marketer by profession. I currently work for a bank in this country, and growing up was really nice because I grew up with both my parents. I have 3 brothers, no sister, and I come from a very loving family. So at first, I actually didn't know I was pregnant until, because I was spotting. If you know what spotting is having mini P's, eh? Yeah. So I was spotting. So in my head, I actually thought I had my periods. Then I went to see my gyna because I was gaining weight at a rather rapid rate. So the doctor says, "Congratulations." That was a very teary moment for me because I didn't expect I was pregnant. That was scary. Because one, I did not expect that I was actually pregnant, and I was in my final year in campus. And it was a very difficult time for me, considering my parents are Christians, and all African parents usually expect you either go to school, graduate, get a job, then get married. Then it's like, it's a set life for you. And when I told my partner, he was not happy. He was like, "Oh, what do we do about this?" So for me, I've always wanted a kid. So yes, and this was not my first pregnancy. Losing a baby is not an easy thing. So it really, really, really affected me. And even by the time I was getting the news about me being pregnant a second time, I had not fully healed from the other one. Because I used to think about the other baby, how old he would be at this time. Was it a boy? Was it a girl? It was a taboo, quote unquote, yeah, to be seen pregnant in school. You know, Strath has policies, and it's known for its discipline and all. So being pregnant in Strathmore was quite a very difficult thing for me, especially. And I think I was among the first people now to work in school pregnant, heavily pregnant. And I was doing my project. So I had to go and see my supervisor with this big belly. I had to attend those classes with big belly. And to some people, it was ridiculous. Like in Strath, how do you even be pregnant in Strathmore? Like, which generation are you? So there again, in my class, there was a lot of animosity. I spent most of the time alone. I'd just come for class. When it's done, I'd go home. It wasn't a very friendly environment for me at that time. It took me 3 months to tell him I was actually pregnant. And it was not positive because to him, it was going to stop him from the fun and hype. He was not ready to be a daddy. Texted, like, just an SMS, and told him I am pregnant. Nothing to sugarcoat or hide. I just told him I am pregnant. So then I went to see him over the weekend. And when I went to see him, now we had a one-on-one. And he was like, "Are you sure about this? Have you done a test?" I gave him the results from the gyna. He wasn't happy. It was a lot of anger and, should I call it, despise for me at that point. We were in a very beautiful relationship. And I never thought it would end, to be honest. It was a very beautiful one. We had issues, of course, couple issues, but it was a very nice one. He was working, I was in school, but it was a very good journey. And then, during the first pregnancy, he was very supportive. He was there for me, always. So even he used to talk to me, guide me, counsel me. So for a moment, I was disappointed when this ended. I was broken. I was hurt because he was supposed to be there for me for this other pregnancy, but he didn't think he was ready to be there. So I still always have questions as to why he supported me during the first time and could not be there during the second period. Disappointment, all of them were disappointed except my dad. My dad is my closest friend. He is my best friend. So, of course, he was disappointed, but he had to come around for me. Yeah, so he gave me the support I needed. Later on, everybody came around and they've supported me and my kid all through. I thank them so much. To my other friends, they got to know when I was 7 months. Because then I was at Mater Hospital, decided to take my first selfie and posted it on social media. And that was the beginning of my opening up about pregnancy to everyone else. So then, for mothers expecting a kid, I'd rather you just be honest about it, because those are the people who'll have your back. If the guy is there or not, your friends are the people who'll have your back. They'll support you. They'll take care of you. Some of them are mothers, some are not. So they'll give you at least an advice and guide you how to go about A, B, C, D, where to shop for clothes, which hospital best to go to, and how to handle things during and after pregnancy. So you have to. That was a mistake I did. I didn't open it up to my friends. I didn't let them know. But at least, please just share. 1 or 2, just let it be out there. At least let someone know that you're expecting a kid. So I was in labor for 18 hours. Yes, and I delivered at home, Kisumu, Avenue Kisumu. Yeah, and delivery it's not an easy thing. The pain that comes with labor is so much. But once the baby pops, that's it. The pain is gone. You forget you were in pain. So the 18 hours were done like at 10 in the morning. When my baby popped, I think that was the best thing that ever happened to me. I didn't even remember I was in pain. I didn't remember even the nurses sewing or anything. I didn't remember that. Because I had a second-degree tear. Yeah, and I had 8 stitches. Yeah, so that was it. But I don't remember the pain. I don't remember anything about it, because after I saw the kid and he didn't cry. And it's usually, that's I think a myth or something, that it's expected if the baby doesn't cry, he's either they either slap him or put some cold water on his feet to see if he'll cry. He cried, I think, after 3 minutes or something, when the nurse slapped him. Yeah, and just gave him a pat, and then he cried. So that's when now we could believe he's actually a normal baby. Motherhood is a very beautiful journey. It has taught me a lot of patience, and I have love more than I've ever had before for this little human being that looks like me. Yes, it's still it's a very tough journey as well. Besides being beautiful, it's tough because there are a lot of challenges that come with it. But once a strong woman, always a strong one. So you can make the best out of it. Currently, I am dating. So I just go straight to the point, because meeting the child is a different thing, but telling them you have a kid, I think it should be one of the first things you do. Because if you keep that from them, then into the relationship, they'll doubt many things about you. So on your first date, when you just come out straight with it, I have a kid and I am a single parent, or I have a kid and I co-parent with the baby daddy or the baby mama. Just be open about it. It takes time. Are you sure he is the right person? Before he's right for my kid, he has to be right for me. So if he's right for me, then I will introduce him to my child. But you see, again, for me now, I've not introduced him to my kid yet, because we are still getting to know each other. He knows I have a kid and he is okay with it. He does shopping for the kid. Of course, he would know how my son looks like and everything, because my son is my profile photo everywhere. So that he would know how he looks like. But meeting, not yet. I'm still not ready to introduce him. If he was in the picture, he would have a say, but he's not in the picture, so I don't care much what he thinks. Yeah, I care about my son and my happiness. That is paramount to me. So when it gets to a point I'm ready to introduce the other guy to my kid, I'll do that. Yeah, so we have started co-parenting, but things are not smooth, they're not easy. We don't talk on a daily basis, it's just once in a while. And for him, it's all about money. So he usually thinks when he sends cash, that's all. My son is 2 years now, but he's not seen his kid since he was born. So I usually ask sometimes, why haven't you availed yourself to see your kid? Not that I have denied you the chances to. You need to be there and actually meet the baby, bond when you have free time, but he's never seen his kid. So for me, I actually think he just exists. Yeah, not as, he's just a baby daddy, casually. It's not a big deal anymore because my family is there for me. My bros support my kid like no one's business. They're there, they're the father figure in for my baby. So I'm good to go. Daddies are known for discipline, for at least instilling discipline, being tough a bit. So for me, I feel like it's a very difficult role to play because I'm supposed to be tough at some point. I'm supposed to soothe the baby. I'm supposed to be the one now to support, comfort. So it's very difficult balancing being the father and the mother, because the daddy is meant to discipline, to show the boy how he's supposed to grow. He's expected to be like his dad or better than his dad. But now I don't have, trying to equip myself with the skills of being a daddy as well. So that's where my bro now comes in. At least he's a bit tough on the baby. When he breaks something, he can warn him. Because for me, I would see if I warn him and he starts crying, I'd feel the need to carry him and soothe him and, forget about the discipline part of it. So it's very difficult. Boys need their daddies because, again, looking at society now, the boy child has a problem. So many small problems that would have been solved if the daddy was present. So for the absent fathers, they need to try, even if they're not in terms with the mothers, they need to try as much as possible to bond and grow with the kids. Not that we will force you to, but you need to know, take responsibility, own up to your responsibility as a father. You have to be there. There is no, what do you call it? There is no side parenting. There is no part-time parenting. You have to be there. It's either, there's nothing about in or out. You have to be there. Especially for your kid, you have to be there. Forget about your differences with the mother and focus on your child. Just being called a mother is an amazing thing. Having to look at him when I'm stressed from work, when I have pressures at work, I come home to a smiling little human, I am amazed. Plus now he's grown, so we can match outfits, we can do photo shoots. That is amazing for me. Motherhood came with a blessing. I got myself a better job. I'm getting chances to model, to do commercial ads. I'm getting chances to grow myself career-wise and also as a parent. So my life is not lost entirely just by being a mom. At least there are bits of my life that I have picked up and are still moving on. And I'm looking forward to a very beautiful career growth very soon. I would advise them to be very strong and just know they're raising a human being. So they should entirely have, just be strong as a person. And then if they have an income, they should save for the kid, because babies demand a lot. Yeah, so if you're a single mother growing, you're pregnant at the moment, just get at least a side hustle, save for your kid. And you can also take a cover. You take a medical cover for yourself and the baby. With this situation right now, use protection all along. Do not allow or give chance for pregnancy. And again, because there are STDs, STIs, HIV, and all that, at least use protection until you guys have fully agreed or you're sure he's the one I want to settle down and get a baby with. All the way, use protection. And for those who are already pregnant, have a side hustle. Motherhood is not easy, or parenting is not easy. Have a side hustle. Have your own money. The kid demands a lot. So have your own money. Make money in a legal way. Yeah? Make money in a legal way to help you raise your kid and see your kid through his life or her life. Okay, when he gets to an age where he can understand, especially about his daddy being absent, I'll actually be very open about it. I'll not create animosity between him and his daddy. I will not do that. But at least when he grows and he sees this and asks questions about it, I'll be open enough to tell him, this is what happened, this is why we were not together. And I'm hoping he'll be able to understand. But I will not deny him the chance to know who his father is. That I will not do. If he wants to know who his father is, he's well and open to know about him.